Reverend James.
Reverend James.
We see you.
We see you.
We recognize the light that you are.
We recognize the light that you are.
We receive the word that you have to share with us.
We receive the word that you have to share with us.
We hear with an open heart.
We hear with an open heart.
With the ear behind the ears.
With the ear behind the ears.
We see with the eyes behind the eyes.
We see with the eyes behind the eyes.
And we thank you for the divine message you bring.
And we thank you for the divine message that you bring.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, East Bay.
Good morning.
I feel like the rain has stopped, the clouds have parted, the sun is shining, and joy has come in the morning. I feel good today. Who feels good today? It's been a long time since I've actually said that. I want to thank Reverend Anthony, Reverend Joan, Reverend Willow, the board, Arlene, for inviting me back here to speak with you again today. It's great to be here on this eve of yet another year. Just turn to somebody and say, I made it.
I made it.
I'm just going to claim the last 12 and a half hours for us because I know we'll make it to midnight. I know we'll make it to midnight. Good morning. As Carol said, as other people have said, I'm also known as Reverend Up, and I have a catchphrase for those of you who don't know me. Again, please turn to someone. I want you to say to this person, make eye contact, say to this person with power, clarity, and conviction, up yours. Now, I know some of y'all probably been wanting to say that to them for a long time. But please do not misunderstand me. I do not mean it as an insult. I mean it as an invitation. It is an invitation to raise every part of your life up to a higher level. Your health, your wealth, your job, your career, your family, your relationships, everything up to a higher level of peace, joy, success, happiness, and consciousness. How many of you have experienced some of that upness in 2017? Yes? Say, I upped mine. How many of you have an intention to up yours even further in 2018? Say, up mine. In preparing for this, I was reminded of something that Meister Eckhart Tolle said, and it's how I want to begin this talk, is in gratitude. He said, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, that'll be enough. How many of you have something for which you are truly thankful for this morning? Yes? Let's turn to somebody and say, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. I'm thankful for everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything that has shown up in my life this year and before. We'll talk a little bit about gratitude this morning. So thank you, East Bay, for having me back here. I thought it would be appropriate to do a little year in review for 2017. How many of you found some challenges this past year? Yes? Right? Well, challenge is one word to describe it. And as Henry David Thoreau said, it's not what you look at so much as how you see it. You with me?
Amen.
There's the thing, and then there's how we choose to look at the thing. And everybody looks at everything the same way, yes? No. We've all got a different set of lenses through which we perceive reality. And no two people have exactly the same prescription for their lenses, yes? Right? You might agree on some things, right? But at some point, you gonna zig and she gonna zag, right? At some point, it's gonna be taste great, and another point is gonna be less filling. We will not always see the same thing the same way. So when I say we look back at 2017 and some of us go, oh, those challenges, understand that's the lens through which I am viewing 2017. Now, you could make a case for that because, you know, for some people, one word to sum up 2017, their case is, it was a disaster. How many of you at some point during this past year have said something similar to that? Oh, this is a disaster. Okay. And you may be able to make an argument for that. I'm not trying to talk you out of that. I'm just saying it's a perspective. Well, we had natural disasters last year. You could say those are disasters, right? With the Cyclone Debbie, we had Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Maria, a lot of hurricanes. The Mexican earthquake, the brother Gabriel talked about. He and his lovely wife Gabriela are going down to help out, right? The monsoon flooding in Bangladesh. We had all sorts of natural disasters all over the world. The California fires right here close to home, north of us and south of us. How many of you were affected in some way by that? Blessings to you. I hope everything is all right now and you rebuild. We have more mass shootings this year. We have more mass shootings this year than we have had in the history of this country. Anybody want to guess how many? 337. 337. So, as you set your intentions for 2018, I have a request. Somewhere in your prayers, in your treatments, in your intentions, reach out to those who think that the way to solve problems is by killing a bunch of people. Reach out and touch their hearts. Send them peace. Send them love. Send them compassion. Send them understanding. Send healing to the hurt place in them from which this kind of destruction comes. Who should I send that healing to? Everybody. Everybody. Try and make it easier for you. You don't have to have a database and go, okay, A to Z, just I'm going to pray for the whole world. You do that, you cover everybody. You cover everybody. And for those of you who are on that temporal plane, if you want to send some stuff back to folks who are in the past and heal some old wounds there, do that. And if you want to send some stuff forward to some people who aren't here yet and heal that, feel free. Feel free. Let's not forget this disaster. I know I'm in church and I'm not supposed to be political. And anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. And as I view reality through my own set of lenses, this is the term that I choose to use for this. Or that one. Send prayers to those folks, right? And vote. Send prayers and vote. What did President Obama say? Don't get mad, vote. So for all of that, he only talked about negative stuff. I know I got more time. For all of that, 2017, I say thank you. Did he just say thank you for disaster? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What? Thank you for disaster? Thank you for Trump? Thank you for Congress? What are you talking about? See, what I think I've discovered in my short time on the planet about gratitude is easy when your stomach is full and you got a roof over your head and clothes on your back and money in your pocket and life is good, yes? Woo! It's easy to be grateful when it works. Oh, but when it doesn't, when the cupboards are bare and the pockets are empty and you don't know where your next meal is coming from and you don't have a roof over your head, it is difficult at best living down at Maslow's hierarchy of needs level 1 to find some gratitude. You with me? When people have, quote unquote, done you wrong, said that thing they said, did that thing they did, it is difficult to find gratitude. How am I supposed to find gratitude with that person who did that thing? Who looked at me that way? Who said that stuff? They know they was wrong. How am I supposed to find gratitude in that? Find it. Find your way to it. Because that is a path to your healing. Because whatever you're holding on to is holding on to you. Amen. And if you want to be free of it and not carry that baggage into 2018, you got to let some stuff go. Yes. I'm not telling you what you have to let go, just the stuff that's weighing you down. Anybody feel me? Yes. Right? So to 2017, I say thank you. Yes. I say thank you for the fires because that reminds me to take care of my insurance, right? That reminds me that we have an obligation to hold corporations responsible for making sure that they clean up the branches and the brush and they're doing their due diligence. You with me? I'm saying thank you for the floods as a reminder and all the other disasters as a reminder that we are one giant global community and we have a responsibility to and for each other. That we have the ability to come together. We have the ability to help each other rebuild and heal. I'm saying thank you for the opportunity in that. Well, how are you going to find something positive about Trump? Well, here you go. I'm saying thank you for Donald Trump. I'm saying thank you for the GOP. I'm saying thank you for Congress. Why? Because they have given us an opportunity to, number one, figure out just who is who in our circle of friends. How many of you got a wake-up call this year about who your friends are? You voted for what? How? I thought you were... When people show you who they are. You with me? How many of you have had some friendships or relationships affected by people's political choices? Understand it's not about politics. It's about consciousness. And what they reveal through their vote and their actions is their level of consciousness, and it is not where you thought it was. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, let's shine a light on it and take a look at it. You want somebody else to pray for? There you go. If you're looking for an opportunity to heal something, well, you probably got some relationships to work on in that. Don't drag that stuff into 2018 with you. I'm saying thank you for the Congress and the bills that are being passed right now, even though they may be causing harm to people and harm as yet unseen but anticipated. That may act as a galvanizing force for the rest of us to get our act together and go vote, get involved, write, protest, take action, do what is absolutely necessary to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities. Yes? Yes. It is late in the day to sit on the sidelines and watch while other things happen to us. Yeah. We must captain our own ships and go out and do what is necessary to take back control. Yeah. To have our voices not only be heard, but our needs be met. You with me? Yes. I'm not saying it's quick. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it is necessary and it is time. Get involved. Sign up for something. Do what you can. Well, I don't think I got the huts to go out there on the picket lines. That may not be your thing, so don't go picket, boo. If that's not your thing, don't do that. Do what you can. If your thing is, go out and do that. Learn how to do it well and do it safely. Maybe your thing is to blog about it. Maybe your thing is to write letters. Maybe your thing is to make phone calls. Do what you can do at your capacity to impact the system, because what is true is everybody has the ability to impact the system on some level. Yes? Yes. I'm not making this up, am I? How many of you know you have that ability? How many of you have seen your actions impact the system? Yes? Keep doing that. Keep doing that. And I want to take a moment to celebrate. How many of you at the end of last year said 2017 is going to be different? This is finally going to be the year I get my fill in the blank together. My finances, my health, my relationship, my job, my whatever. How many of you said that stuff? Okay, now stand up if you actually did some of that stuff. Stand up. Woohoo! Round of applause. High five the person standing up next to you. Yes. Yes. It works if you work it. Now, if you weren't standing up, what happened? Well, see, what had happened was I was so upset by all that Trump stuff. I couldn't sleep, and I was sleep. Okay. So here's the beautiful thing. Here's the beautiful thing. I'm not judging. What I want to do is shine a light on the fact that you are here at another right and perfect moment in which you get to choose what you want for your life going forward. You don't have to wait for the calendar to flip an entire page to go to the next year. You know when New Year's is? Every day. Every day. Every moment you wake up, oh, New Year. Boom. 3, 2, 1. New Year. You can mark the beginning of time wherever you are. You don't have to wait till January 1st. That's just some social thing we fall into. It's a social construct. It's a mass consciousness construct that we fall into. How many of you have been so committed that you said, I am tired of living the way I'm living right now. I'm going to do something different. Yes? That was your New Year's. That was your New Year's. So claim it anytime you want it. Claim it anytime you want it. Now, how many of you, seriously, are going to set an intention to have, do, or be something a little different, a little better this year? Anybody? Now, notice I didn't say a resolution, because some of us know that don't work. I've tried it. How do you know? I've tried it before. It don't work for me. Whatever does work for you, do that. Because what's true is everybody in this room has changed something in their life at some point. Yes? So it's not like you don't know how to affect change in your life. You do it. You have done it. And some of you have affected some huge change, yes? Yes. Some change that even shocked you. Like, whoa, I didn't think I could do that. Yeah. Who has scared themselves with the level of change? Right? Right? That's what I'm talking about. You did it before, you can do it again. You can do it again. I think sometimes that's the reason why some of our New Year's resolutions don't come true. They're not scary enough. You with me? Maybe that's why sometimes we're not motivated to actually get up and take action towards that thing we say we want to have, do, or be. Because it is not worthy of us. We set the bar too low. Scare yourself. Have you heard of that big, hairy, audacious goal? You heard of that? Set one for yourself this year. How many of you have something that you think is not possible for you, but you'd like to have it? Anybody? Yeah, you're wrong. It is absolutely possible for you. So what if you actually stumbled your way into that? What if you had that? Picture that in your life for just a second. How's that feel? Does that feel good? Do that. And then tell me about it. Put it on Facebook. I'm out there. What I'm figuring out is I don't have to work so hard at a lot of things. I just have to plant some seeds, right? Add a little water, a little fertilizer here and there, and then let go and watch it grow. Let go and watch it grow. I planted some seeds. I don't even remember when. I said at some point, I'd like to speak around the world. Speaking around here in Oakland, California, that's cool. I'd like to speak around the world. I don't know where. I'm not attached. I don't even know about what. Something about up consciousness, higher level thinking, right? I want to be able to touch hearts and minds of people around the planet so they go back and they influence their communities. I want to do that. I want to meet interesting people, go to great places. So I got a call. What you doing in December? Why don't you come to Dubai? I'm there. I was there. I just got back. So I participated in two big events. World-class speakers. Oh, dang. Oh, this is me right there. Dang. I didn't tell them to say that. They just put it up there. That's me standing in front of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, 2,777 feet in Dubai. It's awe-inspiring to stand in front of things like that people made up. Maybe we want to build them, make it the biggest ever. Boom. You know what? They're building another one taller than that. Crazy. And that's right next to the biggest mall in the world. It was off the chain. It was off the chain. But my point is, I planted some seeds and I watched them grow. Amen. And if I can do it with not a lot of work, I know you all can. Yes. I know you all can, because we're made of the same stuff. Yes. So here we are, once again, at the dividing point between one year and the next. How many of you are ready to jump across to the next year? Seriously? Really? Okay. I want to give you 3 questions to consider before you make that jump. Number 1, what will you leave behind? Number 2, what will you take with you? And number 3, what will you choose? What will you leave behind? How many of you know right now you need to leave some stuff behind? Because it no longer serves you. I don't mean just write the name of it on a piece of paper and then throw that away or burn it and then go back home to the same thing you just burned. Amen. Amen. I'm talking about totally leaving it alone. How many of you know there's some stuff in your life you need to let go of right now? Let me let you in on a little bit of wisdom that got downloaded to me the other day. You might need to let go of some people, places, and things. If you don't know what to let go of, here's a place to look. People, places, or some things. I'm not saying who or what or where. You know. It's okay to burn bridges. What? I know some of us have been told all our lives, don't burn bridges, right? Who's heard that? Don't burn bridges. But how many of you have encountered a situation that was not healthy for you, and you tried to cross a bridge into a new, better reality, but the bridge was still there? You still had access to the people, places, and things that were not serving you, yes? Right? But because they kept telling you, don't burn bridges, you left the access point there. Yes? Even though you may not have intended to cross back, they could come forward to get you. How many of you have had that? You're like, here I am, I'm crossing that bridge. Oh! Woo! Woo! They followed you. You're like, how did that happen? Because you left the bridge there. It's okay to burn a bridge. And look, Homer was happy when he did it. Now, you don't have to burn the bridge with malice. You don't have to do it with evil in your heart. You look back and you go, thank you. Thank you for the lesson that you taught me about my own strength and being able to move on. Thank you about the lesson you taught me about my own resilience, because I put up with your stuff for far too long. Thank you for the lesson about learning to love myself more than staying in this dysfunctional situation. I love me, yes. I choose me, yes. Give thanks for it, bless it, set it on fire, and move forward. It's okay to burn bridges. Now, some of us were in a situation where we were done, maybe, but the person back there was burning the bridge for us. Yes? And then we grabbed a fire extinguisher and ran back and tried to put the fire out. Because they said, you don't burn bridges. Let it burn. That's from the prophet Usher. I'm glad y'all got that reference. Gotta let it burn. What will you take with you into the next year? How many of you have trouble packing for trips because you take way too much? I could just stop right there. How many of you struggle with packing for the new year, the new life, the new reality that you want to create for yourself because you keep taking too much stuff with you? As you pack, so shall you live. Amen. Amen. I felt like dropping the mic on that one. What did I just say? As you pack, so shall you live. If you wonder why life is heavy sometimes, why you feel burdened sometimes, ask yourself, why do you need all this stuff? Why are you taking all this stuff with you? Let it go. Let it go. Before you figure out what you need to take with you, stop. Ask yourself, where are you going? I'm ready to go into 2018. I'm going to have a new year, a new me. It's going to be a new life. Right? Where are you going? Where are you going? If you don't know where you're going, where are you going to be? Same place you've always been. You with me? What was what was the thing? The Cheshire Cat, Alice in Wonderland. She asked him, what road do I take? He said, where you want to go? She said, I don't know. He said, any road. Any road will take you there. If you don't know where you want to go, any road will take you. So have a vision for your life. Where there is no vision, what? The people shall perish. Have a vision for your life. Where do you want to go? Why do you want to go there? Ask yourself some important questions. By when do you want to arrive? Yeah, do some planning. A little bit of planning. How? Don't worry about how. This is where most people get hung up. Well, I can't really do that till I get all my ducks in a row and quack into the same key, and then, and then I gotta call so-and-so, no, don't worry about the how. Do not worry about the how. Now, for some of you left brain analytical people, you OCD folks, you like, oh, I've got a plan. I have to write it down. I need a list. Yeah, you might need a little list, but you don't need that big list that you normally make. Because how many of you have determined, even with your big list and your big plans, that life don't always work out that way? I watched Felicia when we had Cayman. She's a Virgo. She made lists. Here's when he's going to wake up. Here's when he's going to get fed. Here's when I'm looking at like, I dare not say that's not going to work. I'm just let you have your experience. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. Now, for some of you, the place you want to go, you think that's too big for you. You might think you don't deserve that. I ask, why not? Why not you? Why not you have that kind of life? Why not you? Right? If I can stand in front of the big building in Dubai, so can you. Yes. Or whatever the big building is in your life. Yes. So what will you take with you? People, places, and things. But only the ones that will help you. Yes. Some of y'all might need to go to your Facebook list today. You might need to burn some bridges and cut some folks off. And finally, what will you choose? What will you choose? Hopefully new, helpful, smarter, calmer, healthier, empowering, and more uplifting people, places, and things. But it's up to you, folks. It's up to all of us. I'm just going to skip all past that because I don't want... No, what? I'm going to end with this. You got to want it. Whatever you want to have, do, or be, you got to want it. You got to want it like you're breathing, like you want air. Yes. You with me? Yes, amen. You can cross your fingers. Oh, please, can I have it? It might come. You can wish upon a star. What do they tell us? When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires. What? can come true. Right? So you can wish upon a star and that might happen. You can pray about it. You can treat about it. How many of you know that works? Yeah, a little bit. How many of you have been praying and praying and praying for something while holding your copy of the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, Ernest Holmes, the Torah, and the copy of The Secret? How many of you have been praying for stuff, wanting it to manifest in your life, and for some reason, I got all the stuff. I got crystals, I got candle, I feng shuied my place. How come my blessing hasn't shown up, right? Where is it? Where my blessing is? Well, in James it says, what does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? If a brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you says to them, thoughts and prayers, I edited that. But you do not give them the things which are needed for the body, what does it profit? Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. Or as our beloved Reverend E has said, treat but move your feet. You can want it all you want, but at some point, you got to step into it. Yes. And you might have to clean some space out to make room for the thing that you're trying to attract. You with me? Because for some of us, the blessing is like, I've been waiting for you, but I don't see any place to sit down. Clear off a chair and invite your blessing in. For bigger blessings, you might have to clean out a room or a garage or your friends list. So for 2017, I say thank you. For 2018, here we come.